more than a quotation, a song by Kishore Kumar. रुक जाना नहीं तू कभी हार के,
अरे वाह, क्या
कांटों
बात
पे
है,
चल के मिलेंगे साए बहार के.
क्या बात.
वो ही सीज की मैं बड़ा चिंता में हूँ, तो उनसे चिंता किस बात की, तेरे कंट्रोल में कुछ है तो फिर कर, नहीं है तो फिर वैसे किस बात की चिंता.
Today we have the privilege of speaking with Mr. Jyoti Malhotra, a visionary leader who brings in with his role a wealth of expertise and experience as the managing director of Volvo Car India, a company known for its innovative approach towards sustainable mobility and safety in the automotive industry. Thanks for joining me, Mr. Malhotra.
My pleasure.
It's really nice of you to take out time to chat with us today, and I'm really excited about talking on some exciting topics. So please tell us what inspired you to pursue your career in the automotive industry and how has that passion evolved over time?
It has been a fascinating journey for me. After I did my engineering in production engineering, and during my internship, I landed in a shop floor or a factory floor, and I said, this is not for me. Then I pursued my MBA, and while doing MBA, I realized that I think if I look at a combination of a technical know-how and marketing, I think automobile seems to be the best fit for me. And I landed up a job initially in an auto component manufacturer, Motherson Sumi. Worked there for less than 1 year. But there I had clients like Maruti and Daewoo. I used to visit them. That's when I got really fascinated. I need to be the other side. I need to be on the OEM side. And since then, after that, I got an opportunity to work with Fiat. In those days, the Fiat Uno had come in, and I was there for quite some time. And then I joined Maruti. And then I was part of Mahindra and thereafter in Volvo. So I've had a fascinating journey in automobiles, but I really got fascinated after actually visiting them as a component supplier, interacting with them, looking at the scale of automobile, and obviously it has also a strong linkage with the economy. And I think it is really both fascinating and exciting to be part of this. And I think I have been here for almost 29 years. There has never been a single boring day. Wow. All I can tell you.
No dull day at all.
No dull day.
So I think when you pursue your passion, then it's work always become a pleasure actually.
Exactly.
So what do you think is Volvo Car India's approach to innovation and technology, especially with respect to emerging trends like V2X, AI, autonomous driving?
Yeah, I think all these technologies are emerging, and I can tell you as Volvo Cars, we have always been open. We have always been pioneering of different things. I don't know whether you know, and maybe you would be knowing that the three-point safety belt, which is there in any car, was actually first evolved by Volvo. And then Volvo decided to waive off the patenting rights, and it was given to everyone for their usage. And we believe so far more than 1 million lives have been saved because of this one small innovation. And it's a matter of great pride. And there is a small bit of Volvo in every car that you drive. So that's something fantastic. And so I think we have been pioneers in this thing. And now with this new emerging technologies, we are setting up something very interesting. In Torslanda, which is in Gothenburg in Sweden, we are setting up a mobility innovation center, which is like a future city. So rather than testing these technologies which are coming in a lab or in a development center, we will be actually testing them in the real life inside a future looking city. So what we are doing is we are creating an ecosystem there where the cars, what is inside the car and the infrastructure is real, how the future cities are going to look like. So that when those products start coming out, they would be really tested for the real life and not for in a lab. And I think that will make a big difference. And that has been our approach to all these new technologies, whether it is about, I think, V2X, which is like how vehicle will talk to anywhere. For that, you need the infrastructure. How we can imagine things, but if you really put them in place, then the real thing will come out. So that's the approach.
So Volvo is known for its commitment to safety, and Volvo has been doing research about crashes and accidents,
Yeah.
in order to save lives, basically. So, how has Volvo, helped to raise the standards of safety in the Indian automotive industry? And also, please tell us about that project EVA, which is
Yeah.
Equal Vehicles for All. So that's also very fascinating. Please tell us about that.
Yeah, so I think safety is our second nature, in the sense that I think we, as a company, we have always been focused on safety, making safest cars, and that's what we are known for. That is in our DNA. And when it comes to India, obviously we ensure that whatever cars we sell in India, also we bring the best possible technologies which are available in the global cars. We bring the same here. But if, as I talked about, I think 3-point safety belt was one part. But if you look at over the years, since I think 1970s, we have done analysis of more than 50,000 real accidents, covering close to 80,000 occupants. And that data, and what is the injury pattern, who is sitting where, what was the sort of impact which happened, and that led to a pattern that came out, that the injury pattern is not same for everyone. It is very different for a male, it is very different for a female, it is different for it depends on the size of that occupant, it depends upon also the gender, height, weight, so many parameters come through. So we have all that data for so long. And that's when we realized that we should make this EVA a project, which is like this analysis now available. Other manufacturers will also download this whole data, because we believe that safety has to be democratized, should be available to everyone, not only for us. So this whole data has been given, and that led to this equal vehicles for all. So this safety features are now designed so that irrespective of your gender, of your height, of your weight, or where do you belong to, you will be equally safe. And I think that's a very, very big thing. And another thing, interesting thing I can tell you, you would have seen those crash tests where they have those dummies. Typically, not now, but earlier, the test used to happen for a typical European male, 5'11" or something like that. That was a standard dummy, which means you're testing your car only for that type of occupant. But with EVA, now with I think all the AI and all, you can actually have those parameters built in, where you can actually test not only for this one particular type of dummy, but for everyone. And I think that makes a big difference. So, because we believe, and I think that's the right thing, that irrespective of who you are, you should be equally safe inside the car, and not just in Volvo, obviously in Volvo, but we want others also to be equally safe.
Volvo is aiming to be climate neutral by 2040. So, what kind of steps and efforts towards sustainability that you guys are taking, and anything specific that you would like to highlight?
So as I was saying earlier, Volvo is always known for safety. So we also believe it's just not the safety for people who are driving a car or driving a Volvo, but safety has a much larger connotation, which includes safety for the planet. And that's where the sustainability comes for us. And for us now, when we say it, you can understand the meaning of that sustainability is as important as safety. So we are sort of equally serious about sustainability. So what it really means is not just about selling electric cars. It goes much beyond that. How we design our cars, how we manufacture our cars, how we, I would say, sell our cars, what sort of materials are used inside the car, how we service our cars. So everything has to be taken into account. And becoming a carbon neutral company by 2040 is a big leap. It's not an easy step. So we have to be very, very conscious of everything. And that also includes working backward with all our suppliers, our retailers. So it's important that the whole ecosystem is taken care of. So I can tell you, in India, for example, we worked on a project called Green Dealer. So we wanted all our dealers to sort of adopt sustainability. And it started a few years back. We have taken some steps, like starting with water conservation to using renewable energy. I can tell you, in last close to 2.5 years, 3 years, this has led to reduction of almost 500 tons of CO2, which is equivalent of planting 20,000 trees.
Wow.
And I think we feel so good, and I think we see that our dealers and retailers are also equally enthusiastic. So we make that difference. Going forward, we are now planning to continue to plant trees. We are in process of planting 10,000 trees within Delhi NCR. to convert one of the dump yards into a, let's say, a urban jungle, so to say. And I think we keep on doing small little things which are in our control. Another thing I can tell you, in last 2 years, we have also provided solar panel energy to public health centers in the rural area of NCR.
Oh, wow.
And I think close to 100 kilowatts of power has been given to 8 or 9 public health centers. These are like small rural clinics.
Okay.
And they don't even get a regular supply. So it's sustainable as well as it is continuous. So both things make a big difference. So while we sell electric cars, while we make the cars in the best possible way, as I said, even the material that we use, we are going leather free with our interiors. We are using recyclable materials. I can tell you, in Europe, wine is so popular. So the cork of the wine, it gets like thrown away. Yeah. So we are using them, recycling them, and converting them into material. We are using the forest waste, which is recycled, into making interiors. So a lot of things are being done to ensure that when we aim to become a carbon neutral company, we have to approach it from all 360 degrees, and we are trying our best to ensure that we are moving in the right direction.
Fabulous, sir. Fabulous. So, can you please share some of your leadership lessons or experiences that has shaped your personality as a leader?
Yeah. So when I was working with Maruti Suzuki, there is a concept called Gemba in Japanese, which means wherever there is a problem, you go to that site yourself and don't take the call sitting wherever you are sitting.
Oh.
So one interesting thing is when you read, okay, that's fine. But I remember in those days, Mr. Jagdish Khattar was our MD at that time.
Right.
And whenever you used to meet him, and with him along with the other, I was in field, and there were people in head office, and they used to have an office on the 11th floor somewhere in CP. So he would tell everyone, see, go down from 11th floor, go down, and then you will see. So I think that's a great insight, which basically he was trying to say, do Gemba, go down and go where the action is, then you will get the best picture. And I think it is amazing because we keep sitting in our office and keep theorizing, but when you go, in my case, if I go to my retailer, if I go to my plant, if I go to my agency, when you go there, you see what is happening, and then you are able to grasp it much better and take the right actions, talking to the right sort of people. And that's a great life lesson which has really gone a long way for me.
Amazing, amazing, sir. So, purpose-driven leadership is becoming, very important. So, how do you incorporate personally purpose in your life, in your role and life?
Yeah, I think. Yes, I think this terminology is quite new, but purpose-driven is fine. But I think always when you try to do something, there is something which you need to really, you need to have a purpose for whatever you try to attempt, right? So for me, I think what I realized over the years, and I think, and more so after joining Volvo, is about care with passion. Care with compassion, which basically means you should care about everything but do it compassionately. So it also starts again, if you see at a higher level, it is about caring for Mother Earth, it is caring about sustainability, but I think that makes a big difference. And each one of us, whether you are at individual level, as a society, as a company, we should do whatever little we can do, right? Absolutely. For example, in our office, we use now only glass water bottles. Right. We don't use any plastic at all. And the material that we use when we have the media drives, we give them carry away bags for gifts and all. So those are also done in a recycled material. So these are small steps, but they will make a difference. We are selling an electric car, that will make a big difference. At a larger level, that is how it is. If I translate this care with compassion on my working way, it also means that you care for people around you.
Of course.
You listen to them without any judgment. You can allow them to speak freely. You don't judge others on what they are. Let them be what they are. So I think it is a very strong, you call it a purpose or whatever. For me, this care with compassion is something which, as an ethos, which I strongly believe in. And it has, and you can apply it in professional life, you can apply it in your personal life, you can apply it everywhere. Absolutely. It really works wonders.
No, absolutely. Care with compassion is actually, I think, the driving force behind your leadership role. So now, Mr. Malhotra, we're coming to the short answer questions. These are like 1 to 9
Okay.
answers. What's a small daily habit that has a big impact on your success as a leader?
Small daily habit. I would say I have this habit of doing meditation.
Oh,
And this meditation is not sort of just like sitting in a yoga posture, but it is about spending time with myself. It could be in any way. When I travel from my home to office, I just close my eyes and just start thinking and go deep inside me. That is also meditation for me. Sometimes I can listen to music, and that's very meditative for me. But I do spend at least 15 minutes every day, mostly in the morning, doing this meditation.
wow.
And it's like for me, my time, me time. And that's, I think, really therapeutic.
Yes. Great, great. So, what book, movie, or song has inspired you the most on your leadership journey?
I read a book many years back called as The Three Box Solution.
Okay.
Okay, it is, this book talks about, so the three boxes are your past, your present, and your future.
Wow.
Right? How do you balance them? And it sort of says that you should selectively forget the past, not completely, learn from there, but ensure that you are managing your present very well without bothering too much about past, but also spend time to create future. And
Oh,
again,
wow.
I think this
That's
is
a
an
great
amazing book, an amazing sort of
concept. It's a
concept.
great concept. Yeah.
And you can again apply anywhere. And I think I was really fascinated by that.
Fabulous, fabulous, Mr. Malhotra. Okay, what car do you drive presently?
Volvo C40,
Okay, that's
all electric.
okay. Okay, fabulous. What was your first car?
My first family car, we had a Ambassador in those days, white color Ambassador, the royal sort of ambassadors in
Yeah.
those days.
Okay.
It was a second hand car
Okay.
in our family. My first car actually was, I would say, a Fiat Uno. But that was a company car. I was
Okay.
given a company car,
Right,
so
But
fond
definitely
memories
feel-
of that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, how do you keep yourself motivated?
I think it is a very tough ask in one sense, but the best way is to remain self-motivated. And to do that,
That lasts
you,
the longest actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
you need to keep telling yourself that how can you be, you have to motivate yourself. And for that, the one thing which works very well is a positive outlook. So you need to look at everything and sort of ensure that for everything there is a positive side and a negative side. Focus on the positive side and things will improve, and that's how you motivate yourself all the times.
Okay, fabulous, fabulous. Favorite quotation?
I would say more than a quotation, a song by Kishore Kumar. रुक जाना नहीं तू कभी हार के,
अरे वाह,
कांटों
बात
पे
है।
चल के मिलेंगे साए बहार के.
क्या बात है?
I
क्या बात
really,
है?
I think I really love this song.
Yeah. So you must be fond of music.
Yes.
Do you also sing?
No, I don't sing. But I hear a lot. I listen to the old, especially the old melodious retro
Songs,
song that
yeah.
people call it now. For us, those are
Right,
golden
right.
oldies.
Okay. Okay. Coming to the next one. What's the most memorable piece of advice that you've ever got?
Memorable advice. I got it from my father. When you are in school, when you are doing exams, there's always a worry on your face, and your parents always catch that. So my father used to say one thing, and he used to tell in Punjabi. I'll tell you in Hindi. कि suppose he sees कि मैं बड़ा चिंता में हूँ, he will say, चिंता किस बात की? तेरे कंट्रोल में कुछ है तो फिर कर, नहीं है तो फिर वैसे किस बात की चिंता?
Oh, okay.
So it's amazing.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
It's just, I think makes sense.
Exactly.
Okay. If you could have coffee with any historical figure, who would that be and why?
Historical figure. First of all, I don't drink coffee, so I would rather have a tea.
Okay. Right.
And it would be with, I think, with the founder chairman of Sony, Akio Morita-san.
Acha.
He wrote a book called Made in Japan.
Okay.
And I think Japan in those days was similar to where we are now. They were rebuilding after the war, and to create a concept of making Made in Japan
Yeah.
equivalent to a quality product. And we know now, but it must have been very tough at that point of time. And I think this book is very inspiring, and I sort of enjoyed it. And I think if given a choice, I would like to sit with him and learn life lessons, and I think his business lessons from him.
Okay, fabulous, fabulous. I'm going to check out this book, sir.
Yes.
Definitely. Okay, how do you maintain a work-life balance, and what are your favorite ways to relax outside of work?
So first, I told you meditation.
Meditation
keeps me.
that gives you your me time.
Yeah. Beyond that, I ensure that every year at least one vacation with family.
Okay.
It is something which I always prioritize.
Yeah.
And I learned it from one of my bosses here that you need to prioritize and you need to calendarize.
Oh.
Otherwise, you will never be able to get a vacation done. Especially at a role which I am doing, it's never easy to find a time, but you can find a time, and that's what I prioritize. And spending time with family in an environment which really ensures that you are able to spend quality time with each other is something that I always look forward to.
Fabulous. What's your biggest accomplishment?
Biggest accomplishment, I think, yet to come. I would say, but for me, I think I get a sense of accomplishment when I see people around me grow, my colleagues, my direct reportees, people around me. So that's a great sense of accomplishment that you get. And same thing in personal life. I think when you see your kids grow, kids getting into becoming mature, becoming good human beings. And I think, and although I would owe a lot on to my wife as far as parenting concerned, but I play my role.
Okay.
But I think again, I think when they are successful, when they are becoming good human beings, I think that's a sense
care
of
for compassion. I can get a feeling of that.
There as well. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, let's come to the rapid fire questions. It's this
rapid fire.
This
okay,
or
let
that,
me be ready.
Yeah. Okay. Electric or IC engine?
Electric.
Sedan or SUV?
SUV.
Manual transmission or automatic transmission?
Automatic.
Coupe or convertible?
Coupe. Oh. Coupe for me, yeah.
Front wheel drive or rear wheel drive or all wheel drive?
All wheel drive, yeah.
Turbocharged engine or naturally aspirated engine?
If it is ICE engine, obviously turbocharged, but I will prefer an electric car.
Okay. Apple CarPlay or Android Auto?
Apple, no choice. I think I am a big Apple buff.
Okay.
Whole my family, everyone, my kids, all of us have Apple, so it's very difficult to get out, but it is fantastic. So Apple.
Yes. Okay. Collision avoidance system or lane departure warning system?
Both.
Both
have their roles and should not take anything away.
Amazing. Thank you so much for this amazing thought-provoking session.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much for taking out time for this, and you are truly remarkable as a leader. I can see the excellence in Volvo India, Car India. Thanks to you, and wishing you all the very best and your team in the future, and for continued success for you, sir.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you.